Pitaka is a pretty well-known name in the aramid fiber case game, and that is with pretty good reason. They generally make a pretty solid case, and today we're going to find out if that's also the case for the Galaxy Z Fold 7. I have here the Pitaka offering for the Z Fold 7, which you can find a link for down in my description below. This is the midnight variation of it. As you can see, it's got this cool blue kind of gradient thing going. They also have two other offerings, black, so boring, and sunrise, I think it is, or something to that effect. In any case, it's earth tony orange, and it's pretty. Orange and browns, that sort of thing. So this case is just a back piece. Because it is an aramid fiber case, you aren't really expecting a whole lot of protection out of it. It's basically there to make sure that your case doesn't get scratched. Hear how nicely that snapped on. Let's do that again, just for effect. It goes, what? That is a nice little snap. And the Pitaka case does have stickers, but this I don't feel like is necessary. You can use them, you can not use them. It's really up to you. It stays on there very, very well. Very, very, very well. The camera bezel is pretty well recessed there, so no real danger of damaging your lenses. That is probably the most protective extra bit that this case offers, or that any aramid fiber case is really going to offer, is protection for your camera lenses, despite the fact that this is essentially Kevlar. And it is, in itself, resistant to damage. It's not the best at large shock protection, so it's not really going to protect that much if I just chucked it across the room, which I'm not going to do. I don't know if you've watched some of my other videos, you've seen me do that with my phone before. I'm not going to do it with an aramid fiber case, and that's for good reason. Not just because it's only half of a case as far as I'm concerned. No hinge protection on this particular model. And nothing on the front cover. It doesn't come with a screen protector or anything like that. So if you want your screen protected, you will have to get it separately. Now the case itself feels really nice. This is one of the 1500D type of aramid fibers. Generally, aramid fiber comes in either 600D or 1500D. 600 is more tightly woven, which is smoother and not quite as protective. 1500 is a little more loosely knit, I suppose, and a little more protective, and I feel gives a bit better texture, but that's just a personal opinion. The case does not have buttons of its own. It just has cutouts there. And you can see here even how thin the case is. Let's pop that off and take another look at how thin this case is. Comes in at 0.05 inches, which is just insanely thin. It really does not add a lot to the form factor of the phone, and it comes in under an ounce in weight, about 23 grams. So it, what is it, 23? Yeah, 23 grams. So it's adding just over 10% of the 10% of the weight to the phone. So really not that big of an increase in bulk or weight. And again, God, that snaps on there so well. I can't get over that. There are the USB cutouts there. Little cutouts up there are doing pretty good too. No, I don't want to route somewhere ways. And let's see here. We've got 17% in an hour 40. So I'm going to pop on a case that I know correctly does Qi2 charging real quick. So it turns out that the Pitaka case is capable of doing the Qi2 speeds. As you can tell, it has the one fast wireless charging number, goes to the second one. So an hour 40 from 18% is the Qi2 speed. That's nice. And I was testing that here with the Spigen Tough Armor, which I know, and I've tested multiple times, has Qi2 speeds. Same thing. 1 hour and 40. So the Pitaka case actually goes for the Qi 2, which is nice. Not all the cases are capable of doing that, so it's nice to see it out of an aramid fiber case. Just real quick, showing not only is the magnet on this pretty strong, but also you'll notice I still have not attached this case with stickers or tape or anything to that effect. So it is staying on the phone as well, which is a big plus. But we can go ahead and test out one of the larger Magsafe accessories, and that is not a surprise. The camera bezel being as big as it is means that the larger Magsafe accessories need not apply. I mean, they can apply kind of diagonal like that, but I mean, who wants to have that? It doesn't really do you any good with your wallet, because unless you want to walk around like that with your wallet, you are just not doing well. That's the problem with a lot of the Z Fold 7 cases, so it's hard to hold it against any particular case. Samsung released their specs a little too late, so a lot of cases got it wrong because they were just guessing. And let's go ahead and, I mean, this case is incredibly thin, so if it didn't work with my game controller, I would be absolutely shocked. Well, blue light comes on, so we are doing good with my game controller, which is the GameSir X5S Lite or something to that effect. I mean, it's an aramid fiber case, so you're not looking at it for your extreme drop protection, but it is going to keep the back of your phone from getting scratched and from minor impacts. It'll protect from that as well. You have no hinge protection, which for me is a big no-no, but a lot of people don't like compromising the form factor of the Z Fold 7 any more than they already do. And this for sure does not. Look how slim that is. That is beautiful. It looks nice. It feels nice. It actually has the Qi 2 charging, exceptionally strong MagSafe magnets, and it sticks on there without actually needing to use the extra stickers, although you can if you want to. Pitaka giving a very solid offering in the aramid fiber game for the Z Fold 7. Purple Room seal of approval. By the way, this is a Purple Room. My name is Steve. Nice to meet you. I'd like to do reviews. I like tech stuff. And I hope you have enjoyed this review. If you did, please do let the algorithm and me know by hitting the like and possibly subscribe. And if you want to know when my videos come out, as soon as they do, go ahead and hit that bell to get yourself notified. I do have a lot more in the pipeline. I'm going to be doing a little series on aramid fiber cases right now, leading up to a best aramid fiber case for the Z Fold 7, which, with any luck, if it's already done, will be here in this button or window here, and you can subscribe there, assuming I know how to do this right. I'm still very new at this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.